Hello, everyone. Normally, when we do our opening bits, we usually try to do something a little funny, but this time I just thought I'd make an announcement or two. Moving forward from today, we'll be releasing episodes kind of inconsistently, not on our normal rotation. Uh, Josh got a promotion at work, so editing the episodes has been kind of a little more time constraint. And with me also going on active duty military orders next month, I won't be here to be able to record episodes. So, like I said, we'll be inconsistently releasing episodes, but on top of that, this episode is coming out Thanksgiving week, and we just want to say thank you to everyone who has been a part of this podcast, directly and indirectly. You posting questions when we ask for questions for the question jar, coming on the show if and when we ask, and just in general engaging with our content. I appreciate it. I know Josh definitely appreciates it. We thank you so much. I myself am not going to let this podcast die. I know Josh doesn't want this podcast to end, but right now, just in our best interest and for our stress levels, we're just going to be kind of stepping away for a sec. Hopefully, we'll be able to release one or two maybe at least an episode, maybe every other month. I'll hopefully be able to get on the phone with Josh and we'll be able to do some episodes. But just so everyone's aware, it's might be a little bit before the next episode come out, but I hope you enjoy our question jar Thanksgiving episode. Again, thank you so much for your support and hope to see you on the episode. Welcome to another episode of Allegedly Podcast. I am Lucas, and today, yet again, I am joined by my friend and editor, Josh, and we're finally doing an episode that I've wanted to do basically since we started this, because when we first started the podcast, I wanted to be unique in some way every episode, and right here it is. Our question jar. So
I feel like a lot of people have wanted this episode.
Yeah.
Just straight question jar, because I know we've had a lot of comments saying.
Yeah, you haven't picked my
question.
Yeah,
there's a lot of questions.
I'll shout out. I'll point one of those people out. Erica Parker. If we're gonna dedicate this episode to anyone, it's gonna be
not get her.
Yeah, we're gonna get Erica Parker. Like, I will sort through this just to appease her, because I know she has posted questions. We've had a bunch of people post questions, which thankful for everyone who has posted questions. Thank you.
We'll put in the editing of the video and stuff like that. I can put underneath like what the question is, and then the person who put it on there too, and stuff like that.
We still have questions that I know I've put in. I know you've put in.
Yeah.
So, but again, this is going to be our Thanksgiving episode. So
because we're thankful for you guys.
We are thankful for everyone who has helped us, who has supported us, whether it's being on the show or posting questions or just interacting with anything that we do on social medias, which I know I'm not great at, but this is kind of an episode for you. Thank you for your support and everything, and always make sure that you like and subscribe, and please share.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Share our stuff.
Tell your family.
Exactly.
You want that weird uncle to shut the fuck up during Thanksgiving? Tell him about our episode.
So, there you go. You don't have nothing to talk about, you can talk about our podcast, and we'd really appreciate it. Well,
better than politics.
Yeah, but definitely better than politics.
Allegedly.
Okay, let's kick it off. I just added some questions, so let's start it off.
He thinks that it's his podcast, so he gets to pick first. Audacity.
Well, I haven't actually.
Audacity.
I don't think I've actually ever picked a question.
I don't think you have, as far as I've been on the show.
Well, maybe once, because I had the episode I did with Aaron Evanoff. Okay.
Oh, you had to, though.
I had to. Yeah. Okay, first question. Person who has had a lot of questions put on here, Corey Johnson, his question.
Yep.
What is the first thing you think of when you hear the word iconic? What is the first thing you think of when you hear the word iconic?
First thing that pops in your head.
Well, you know me, I'm a sports-minded guy, so I just think of those franchises or those teams that are great, that are just have a long-standing. Just when you think of great teams, but right off the bat, where I had to think about that, I explained it. The Dream Team, first All-Pro Olympic team, send basically the best players from the NBA to the Olympics. When I think of iconic, that's kind of what you think of, because I feel like those guys defined a sport to the whole world.
More iconic than the Redeem Team?
Well, yeah, because the Dream Team was the first one. The Redeem Team got it back. So that's kind of who I think of. When I think of iconic, I think of sports teams. And when I think of sports teams as iconic, I would have to say the Dream Team.
Okay. My first thought initially went to music. And it was one person and a group that immediately came to mind. The very first, I don't listen to this person. I just know the songs, and which speaks to the level of superstar, was Michael Jackson.
Yep, I was gonna say, I'm like, you gotta say Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. That I don't know if there's like any other person that has been that famous.
Yeah.
At one point in time. And my other one was Queen.
Yeah, just that makes sense too.
Two superstars that defined like King of Pop, and then Queen was weird because they meshed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like if you had to pick an icon for a certain genre or something like that, obviously Michael Jackson, King of Pop.
Yeah.
Queen's just weird.
Yeah, I won't lie. When you say music, I kind of would have gone Beatles, or just
that's true.
like I don't discourage your choices. Those are good. I feel like when I heard iconic, and you're like a solo in a band, I'm like, oh, he's definitely gonna say Michael Jackson. Like, I don't know who else he would say, but like band, I feel like there are a lot of iconic bands. I just think the Beatles overall, were more popular or worldwidely accepted as like iconic.
I don't know if they sold more albums than Michael Jackson. I think
it's like close.
I think they did.
But I feel like you put all three of those in a category together. I feel like they're very close.
I feel like Michael Jackson just had that aura about him, because the Beatles were very much downplayed the fact that they were like these huge superstars and stuff like that. Yeah. Michael Jackson knew what he was. Yeah. And
he lived that life.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah. No, you're not wrong.
He had a monkey, man.
I can't. And maybe just a couple other things. Like, you could also put iconic like locations, whether that be the United States or across Grand Canyon,
Eiffel Tower,
Statue of Liberty. It just kind of depends on where you live.
Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore, yeah.
I'm trying to think of other.
Great Wall of China. I feel like that's iconic. I'm trying to think of other more worldly stuff. Yeah, I don't want to just
the pyramids.
Pyramids of Giza. That's good. I feel like any of them.
And we're surprisingly well traveled for people our age.
No, we've definitely traveled places. Eiffel Tower. Yeah. Eiffel Tower, definitely iconic. Because when you think of France, I feel like the first thing you think of is the Eiffel Tower.
Revolution.
Viva la Revolution. Okay. But yeah, that's what's iconic. Good question, Corey. Good question.
Solid question, Corey.
We'll probably come across more, Corey. I'm digging to the bottom. And I
feel like I'm going to break this at some point.
Oh, you won't break it.
Why don't you put it on the thing?
Well, okay. I'll just put it down here because we're just going to pass it back and forth here.
Just for ease of
passing.
Me not messing up. What is your must-have dish at Thanksgiving? Carrie,
yep. My must-have dish. That is tough. You can go for it.
Me personally, we would have two choices. Mm-hmm. Not that you had to pick, you can get both. But it's always turkey or ham.
Yeah.
And I always leaned ham.
Yeah.
I always leaned ham. I don't know what it was. Mm-hmm. You get a good glaze on the ham.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
And then you can use it in a sandwich afterward.
Well, I feel like you can do that with turkey too. I will say yes. You have to have a protein, but for me, I never. I'm just trying to think because I always love all that stuff because I
That's
would have
tough.
to say stuffing. I don't know. Like
Oh,
that might be controversial. But I do love. I don't think it's Thanksgiving without stuffing. And maybe adjacent to that would be mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes, gravy, and stuffing is just as iconic as like turkey/ham.
Yeah, I don't feel like either of us went too far out of left field here.
No.
I feel like there'd be some people that, I need my yams. Like, get out of here, dude. No.
I was gonna say you can also throw in obviously like pumpkin pie, any kind of pie, because I feel Thanksgiving I feel like is the one holiday a year that it just pie like that's dessert. Like you don't need anything else. It's because it's a very pie heavy holiday.
We
like
do
what
a lot
other
of cookies and stuff like that.
What other holiday do you really see pie coming out at? Maybe like the only other time would maybe be 4th of July and
exactly.
apple pie.
Yep.
Or whatever, or red, white, and blue pie, whatever you're doing. But I that's the thing. You have to have some sort of pie. I love pecan, pumpkin pie, apple pie. Like those are my 3 pies. Like you got to have one of those at Thanksgiving.
We're going to steer a little bit on this path. What is one thing that is overhyped for Thanksgiving food? Overhyped Thanksgiving food that just people, I'm like, why are you bringing this?
I don't want to say the one I'm thinking of, but it's not. It's because I don't have it at any of my Thanksgivings. It's usually like sweet potato casserole. I feel like a lot of people like it. I'm not gonna say it's bad because
Is that
again,
the one with the marshmallows?
Marshmallows on top. I feel like I would like it, but I don't. No one in my family usually brings that. How do you feel about green bean casserole? I love
that's my one.
that's your
I'm
one
getting rid
overhyped.
of.
You don't like green bean casserole?
Oh my
I
god,
love green
no.
bean casserole.
That's terrible, dude.
I like corn casserole. Corn casserole like
Yeah.
that. I would say that would also be on my list of things. Like when I go to Thanksgiving, that's what I want to have there.
Anybody in your family make like the mac and cheese casserole where it's got like the crunchy crumble on top of the mac and cheese and stuff like that?
Not normally.
My grandma makes a mean casserole like that.
Every family Thanksgiving I go to, it's basically the iconic dishes, and that's kind of it. The like you might have. I know my one grandmother, she loves making the veggie pizza where it's just like flatbread with cream cheese and then just like broccoli, carrots, and just stuff put on it. And that I was gonna say that I feel like that's the only like weird thing I've ever had at a Thanksgiving that maybe not everyone would be familiar with.
Do you guys do a big Thanksgiving in terms of family size, or is it kind of?
So, excuse me, my
I
mom.
only know pretty much your immediate family.
Yeah. So both my mom's sides usually have one. This year it's going to be a little different. My one grandparents moved to Florida, or they have a place in Florida and they're down there now, so we're really not going to have a Thanksgiving with them. Yeah. My other grandparents that live just town down the road, they might be having one, I don't know, but mostly I will guarantee be spending Thanksgiving with my dad and my sisters and everything like that.
I guess what I was getting at, is it a big, not buffet is not the right word, but potluck type thing?
Yeah.
Everybody brings something?
Yeah, no,
like you got options.
Yeah. No, yeah. My job this year, I'm bringing the pie. I get to bring the pie. Okay. My dad charged me with you're bringing the pie. So
you baking or bringing?
I'm bringing. I'm bringing pie.
That's fair.
But that is my job this year. We've done it with other sides of the family where it's outside immediate family. Like we have a bigger gathering, but that's kind of hit or miss. Based on some years, but either way, if I just have one Thanksgiving meal a year, I'm fine with that. I love it. I love being able to get with family and have a nice meal and just sit around and hang out. It's always fun.
So to reiterate, you went stuffing and...
Yeah, I would say stuffing and like mashed potatoes and gravy. Those are...
Which I feel like at a certain point in the meal kind of congeal together anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That and like how you said, like the ham and the turkey, you can use it for sandwiches. Yeah. Put some mashed potatoes on that sandwich. I feel like that'd be even better.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm happy we hit a Thanksgiving question
early on. Too.
Yeah.
It'd be really bad.
I don't
if we
understand.
Didn't hit
I'm trying to like fish
episode.
for some of these at the bottom and not get ones that I just wrote today. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Good. Okay. Cool.
Oh God.
So this is from good friend Alex Shear, who runs the Max Sports Connection podcast. I like this one. This was a long one. Would you rather fight one Corey Johnson-sized duck or 50 duck-sized Corey Johnsons. And just for reference, Corey is 5'6" and weighs 158 pounds. So if you're fighting a duck-sized one, you're fighting a 5'6", 158-pound duck.
Now, so there's something that would change my answer if he had worded it different. Duck versus like geese.
Yeah, no.
I don't fear ducks.
Yeah. I'd fight the one duck. I don't want to fight.
Same.
I don't want to fight 50 Corey Johnsons because at some point they're gonna get smart. Like you could probably take out half of them, but that second half are gonna be smart enough to be like, okay, we gotta re-attack this somehow. I gotta go with the 5'6" duck. I'll fight that one duck.
I feel like I'd have a chance.
If it did say goose, I'd be like, ooh. Or a swan. Swans are nasty. Swans are
got
mean.
that wing length, man.
Yeah.
Of all of the animal-based
Combatants
that we've talked about throughout the years, because there have been many.
Yeah.
I don't know if I put my normal question in the question or not. We'll get to that eventually. That's a whole episode.
Yeah, that is a whole episode in and of itself.
I have a question.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That would be that.
All right.
That's fair. One duck as big as Corey Johnson, so 5'6". Alex, great question. I did love that question. I remember writing it and laughing at that the entire time. Oh boy.
This one is from Luke Farmer.
Oh yay, Luke Farmer. This is great.
Is cereal a soup? Immediate thought. Is
Technically,
yes. Well,
yes.
no, not the way I eat dry cereal.
Well, yeah. Well, if it's dry, then it's its own thing. It's cereal. If you put it in milk, then or whatever you put cereal in, there's some weird people out there.
How you doing?
I feel like that's accurate. It
depends on how you prepare it, because that's right along the lines of is chili a soup? Because there's we made white chicken chili.
But is it? It depends on how thick. It's all about how thick it is.
There was a broth.
Yeah, I would classify it as that. If you have to put it in a category, technically yes, it is a soup.
Gosh dang, Farmer.
Well, Farmer's asking the questions, man. Does that surprise you that he would ask that question?
No, not at all. He comes out of left field.
Well, hopefully this doesn't.
Wonder what mental state he was in.
Well, we'll see. I was gonna say I can't wait for that question right there to blow up bigger than any other question we pull out here, because I remember being talked to by a couple people when we did the is a hot dog a sandwich thing. And
oh yeah, there's gonna be some controversy here, folks.
Oh yeah, no,
make sure you're on the right side of history.
Always is. There we go. Someone from the Gagnon clan, Adam Gagnon, putting out Xbox or PlayStation.
Oh,
that's easy for me. I've always been PlayStation. Now here's the thing. I'm not going to say that PlayStation's better than Xbox. I will tell you I've always been PlayStation. My dad had an Xbox 360. That was the only one I ever played. I've always had PlayStations. I've always had, when they came out with PlayStation Plus, I've always had that. Getting those 2 or 3 games every year. Well, every month they come out with free games that you can download. And I have a library full of free games I've gotten from it. I like PlayStation. That's just me.
I have flipped 4 times because I initially started.
So you're better to answer this.
Well, yeah, 4 times. So I had PS2 and PS3. I got a 360 at my mom's. Mm-hmm. And then from the 360, I got a PS4. Mm-hmm. Then I got when we were living in the apartment down there.
Yep.
I got a Xbox One S.
I don't know, man.
And then I got a PS5. And now I have Game Pass on my PC. So it's kind of like having an Xbox.
Yeah, but I was going to say, if you had to devote your life to one from here on out, which one would that be?
Oh, man.
I know.
That's really tough, though, because I feel like Game Pass on Xbox is better than PS Plus, because there really isn't PS Plus, there's certain tiers.
Yeah, there is. I'm at the bottom tier.
I am too.
I was gonna say just because it's like, what is it? Is it like $90 a year now? For the bottom tier, it's not. It hangs around 100, and all I really need it for is just to play online games. Like I don't need any of the, because the extra you play, you get unlimited like into the Ubisoft library. You get obviously additions to that, but
just for controller wise and the ease of like the user interface of it, I would say PlayStation. The PS5 has it down really good.
Okay.
I like playing Spider-Man.
Yeah, isn't that why Derek bought it? Yeah.
I feel like PlayStation's always had better exclusives. I would miss playing Halo, but that's whatever.
And that's the thing where I'm like, I've always been devoted to PlayStation, so I very rarely have played Halo.
Baby.
Hey, I'm not. I was gonna say I'm not part of the PC clan. At some point, I would. Yeah, at some point we'll probably get over because I have a Steam account, and I talked about possibly getting a Steam Deck just so I could use my games that I have on my Steam.
I've
just
been
to play
looking
them.
at getting
Just because that'd be fun.
a ROG Ally.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of different ones that they have that you can basically put all your Steam games on.
You can do the ROG Ally is just a full Microsoft thing, so it's essentially having a desktop, so you could do Game Pass games on that too, and your Steam games, which is kind of why I was looking at it and stuff. But I've heard the Steam Deck is just really, really good. With it's so easy to just jump in and start playing a game.
Yeah, that's why I might do it, but we'll see. We'll see.
Cool.
Okay.
So we're undecided.
I vote PlayStation because I've always been PlayStation, so I'm very biased.
I think if I had to choose, it would be PlayStation.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
Not undecided.
Yeah.
Alrighty. What do we got here? This one might be yours because there's
no name. Okay.
If you had to fight a bear or a gorilla, which and why? Similar to my question.
It's similar, but it's not the same. Bear or gorilla, and that's
gosh. Which and why? So we have to set some parameters here.
Well, no, I was gonna say you're just if you're gonna go up and you're gonna face it, you will obviously probably be put in an environment where you're given a chance, not a huge chance. There's probably gonna be weapons and whatnot.
I don't have a gun, but I probably got like a knife or something.
A knife, spear, stick, something like that. Something to where.
Am I in its natural environment? Or am I in my own environment? Are we in a cage?
There's a lot of questions here. I'm trying to just straight up if
you just had to fight one.
We go outside in the parking lot. There's a gorilla. There's a bear. Who you fighting is basically the question. And that's the thing where it's like the gorilla just has kind of pure strength and probably speed, whereas the bear's got speed, strength, and's got the freaking claws.
Yeah.
So I would probably motion more towards the gorilla, even though I feel like the gorilla might be a little bit tougher. The bear's gonna be tough. Well, the bear's got like tougher skin, so I feel like I would go against the gorilla. I would assume the bear has tougher skin. It's got thicker skin because it lives in colder climates. The gorilla lives in hotter climates.
I feel like I would.
I gotta go gorilla.
If you get one swipe from that bear, you're bleeding out.
Exactly.
Versus like you might get pummeled by the gorilla.
Yeah. But
I feel like I'd last longer with the gorilla.
Exactly. I feel like you go against the gorilla, it doesn't have as much weaponry with like hands. Like it's gonna kill you, but it's gonna have to beat you down.
Befriend
the gorilla and get it to fight the bear.
I'm just thinking.
You could do that.
Maybe it knows sign language. I don't know sign language.
I don't.
But I could try.
Cerveza. Beer.
You
beer.
Like beer.
You beer.
No. Bar. One block down.
Yeah.
Maybe
no, that's.
We can be friends.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I would take. Yeah. Gorilla. I would take the gorilla over the bear because I feel like the bear easily gonna win
I'm not
that
confident
so quickly.
At all.
Yeah.
For either.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. Same. I'm not confident with either one, but better chance of beating a gorilla than a bear. Well, here we go. Well, I drew my dad's question. My father, Shane. What is your favorite dad joke? I, I thought of this one. It's a timeless one. It's one I love to tell. Mine is pirate walks into a bar, got a ship's wheel attached to his crotch, and then the bartender looks at him and is like, "Doesn't that hurt?" And the pirate looks at him and goes, "Aye, it's driving me nuts." That's my favorite. That's my dad. I wish he was here because then he could probably go on a tangent for probably 10 minutes, or he'd pull out his phone and just start going on tangent telling jokes. But that's my favorite.
My favorite is last night I had a dream that I was a muffler. I woke up exhausted.
I hate this so much.
It's what the people want.
That's a good one. I'm trying to think of more. Just trying to think of at least one
If
more.
you have a good dad joke, comment down below.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
jeez.
I was gonna say, yeah. Don't be afraid to comment more dad jokes. Dad, you're allowed maximum 3.
Yeah.
Maximum 3, because I know you could probably do it the whole time.
Be
So
like, sir, you're cut off.
you're cut off. Sorry.
Okay, this is from your friend Brad.
Wait,
I don't know how to say
Brad.
his last name,
what
and
was it,
I don't
Brad?
want to butcher.
Oh, Brad Gubernath. Gubernath.
Is it Goobernath?
Gubernath?
I would have said Gubbernath.
Gubernath.
Goobernath?
Gubernath. Yep.
He's
That's
got to
Brad.
have some tough nicknames. It's Goob.
Goob.
Would you rather try to prevent an NFL running back from getting 10 yards or try to get 5 yards against NFL defensive end?
I would do the defensive end. I'm not fast, but I rather be chased than do the chasing. And that's just
You're not doing the chasing. You were just trying to prevent them from getting 10 yards.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to chase him. There's
I
no
just
doubt
don't-
in my mind I'm gonna have to chase him because it's an NFL running back. I'm gonna chase him.
Well, no, I'm thinking more of you have one chance to lay the hit on him,
Yeah,
and I don't think I can do that without.
Yeah, no.
I could maybe play dirty.
Yeah,
Like if I try to go up high and he tries to like lay into me, immediately go down low and just wrap up his ankle.
yeah, no.
I would try to injure that. man.
That's the thing. It's hard enough just to, if I had maybe 10 tries to tackle him, I could maybe get one.
Is it a good running back?
Yes, even if it's not a good running back, you could probably get the worst running back, like who would be considered like the 32nd running back. Still hard. It's still a top tier level running back. I would rather go up against a defensive end. I'd rather spin the wheel because that's the thing. I'd rather spin the wheel on that because I'm like, yeah, he's probably going to chase me. I got to go 5 yards. I know I could probably fall forward or at least dive 5 yards. I feel
Yeah.
like I could cheese it just enough to get that 5 yards.
I would snap my knee.
I know. That's why I'm like, you have bad
go
knees. You're going to
directionally quickly.
Yeah, you're going to get hurt no matter what. But
I feel like I would still take the trying to get 5 yards.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that I don't think I could stop a running back.
yeah, me either. I definitely couldn't. It doesn't matter who it is. But
Give me like practice squad
Yeah.
guy that is like 5'3". He made it here at a freaking D3.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know.
yeah, no. I feel like I could run the 5 yards. I'm not. There's no way I'm stopping an NFL caliber running back from going
Just
10
your
yards.
height alone. You can,
I know, exactly. That's why I'm like, I can cheese this. I can
I
easily
don't have
make
that
that happen.
option.
Yeah, I know. You don't have the knees to cheese that one.
half my body would be lying 3 yards back, crawling.
Wait, wasn't there another guy in this drill? He's right over there. Oh, look. Who's gonna draw Erica first? Is really
don't
the
know.
real question. I didn't draw Erica, so Corey Johnson, yet again another one. Like I said, he's gonna get drawn probably a couple times. You swap bodies with one person for a day. Who would it be and why?
Oh, that's
yeah,
really
that's-
tough. Just for the fact that like you get to
Yeah,
live it up,
yeah.
or you could do some
Dumb.
crazy stuff.
It'd be. I'd probably do Formula One driver. That's who I'd want to be. I wouldn't lie to you. That's my first thought was like I want to be. race day, race car driver for a day. Like, that would be awesome. Any of the Formula One drivers. I don't even care if I'm not in one of the slowest cars in the race. If I get to be in that race car, I really don't care. Any Formula One driver, I would switch bodies with, because that would just be fun, so much fun. Because like, even if I'm in the worst car and I spin out and crash, I was in the slowest car. Who
I feel
cares?
like you would get their reaction time though. Like if you got to live
because
their
I got their
life
body.
as if that they were them.
Yeah. I have the. I was gonna say, I feel like I have the competitive mindset to be a race car driver. I don't have the body, but like, I'm in their body. So now I have that competitive mindset, and now I have the body to get into one of those cars. Oh yeah, that would be fun for me in my mind. How about you?
I feel like I'm jumping around a lot. I thought like my initial thought was, I want to be Kim Jong-un just to run a country and just do whatever you want.
You mean Putin? You want to be Putin?
That was kind of the other thought too. In all reality, though, I
feel like Putin, because at least you got some cool stuff. No, Kim Jong-un, you don't really got much. I feel like that kind of sucks.
More than the rest of his people have.
Yeah,
he
you're
hoards
not wrong.
the cool stuff.
Yeah, you're fair.
I feel like I would probably just do. I would want to be an astronaut on the space station or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, because like you would get to like experience the day like in space. You don't have to go through the traumatic experience of getting launched up into space. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah,
that's too many G's for me to handle, man.
Yeah.
No, I feel like it'd be cool.
No, okay, fair enough. Being an astronaut for a day, that'd be pretty sick. Yeah, I agree with that. That'd be actually. Yeah. I'm not a big space traveler, but I do love Star Wars. So.
Really, everything up to this point of knowing you just screams space traveler.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yes, this is me.
There you go.
This is
Picture
stupid.
yourself. Oh,
this
boy.
is stupid.
Wait, what one was it?
Is water wet?
Oh my. Is water? I hate you.
No.
Is what? It's even probably better that you picked it. I'm gonna let you explain it because before I answer, because I think it's funnier that way. Just, is water wet? Why is water not wet, Josh?
Because it's not the water. Like, you don't say that when I'm drinking a glass of water, oh, this is some really wet water. But as soon as it gets on your hand, now it's my hand is wet. It's not, oh, this water on my hand is really wet. You know what I mean?
Yes, I'm tracking exactly what you're.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So what you're saying
is,
so let me just try to make
just
how you said this.
Sean,
so you said water is not wet.
Water is not wet.
Water, but basically you just kind of contradict yourself because you said if you get water on your hands are wet.
But
because water on something equals wet is what I'm hearing.
Your hand is the wet thing. The water itself
is
not
water
the wet
is
thing.
The wet though.
No, it's not.
It's not. Whatever.
Scientists
water is wet. If everyone cannot pick up what I'm thinking, water is wet. Water plus this equals wet. That's what I hear. I get water on my hand equals
but water
wet.
by itself is not wet. Someone comment a description. The definition of the word wet.
Yeah, great. Can't
Maybe
wait
don't
for
just
that.
Google that though.
I tried to use math to try to.
That's your strong suit.
Yeah, hey man, I gotta know how to at least minimum count. I do know how to do that.
Water's not wet.
Oh, here we go. It's been a minute. I thought we'd run into one of these. Jack Herrick question. This should be fun.
He's had a lot of questions.
Yeah, I know. If you could go back in time and do one thing that would change the future outside of financial gain, what would it be?
No Back to the Future.
Yeah. Ooh. No Back to the Future, and yet not for financial gain. What would you go back and
no financial gain, just to try and change the future.
Yeah.
Oh man. No financial gain really sucks. Yeah. That takes away a majority.
There's so many things. Like I'm like, you think about that and like how big, because it's like I'm thinking of small events. I'm thinking of big events. Like
there's something that a majority of people would probably do
I got. I feel like I know what you're.
What are you
What you're
gonna- what
thinking?
are you
You're
gonna say?
you thinking Hitler? You're
Yeah, I was
thinking
gonna
Hitler.
go
I was
kill
gonna
baby
say
Hitler.
Yeah, there you go. I knew that would probably be the first one. Stopping 9/11, I would say, because I would say
The American hero.
there wouldn't be the war on terror may not have been as big, not the invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan, just stuff like that. Just thinking the dominoes, smaller events that I immediately thought of was like Dale Earnhardt Never Dies at Daytona in '01.
Oh, just
like-
for Derek, I'd tell Kobe not to get on that helicopter.
That's also fair. Of course, he had to die the week of my birthday, so that's
Did he
even
really?
better. Yeah. Yeah, because it happened on Monday. I think my birthday was like on Tuesday or Wednesday. It happened. I'm like, wow, this is what we're going to be talking about, and it's my birthday.
Yep.
Yeah. I told my dad there's a lot of things like the week of my birthday that have happened, not both before my birth and after my birth that have happened. I'm just like, I don't like the week of my birthday, just a lot of times just ends up, something bad happens. I don't even understand why, but whatever. But yeah.
I think Derek's mom's birthday's on 9/11.
Is it?
I'm
I think
pretty
so.
sure.
I think you're right. Yeah. That sucks.
I feel like a majority of people who know like pop culture would probably say kill baby Hitler.
Oh, yeah. No, a lot of people would.
Deadpool,
I think that's
what
like
was that, Deadpool 2 or something like that. He goes back and kills baby Hitler.
Does he?
I think so.
Oh.
In the end
he?
credit scene.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, see, I don't.
You don't stay for
I don't.
those?
I don't stay for those anymore,
Come on.
dude. Like back when it was like the Avengers and everything, it was like, yeah, stay there, watch the end credit scene. But at the same time, it's like wait a day or two, and you can be at home, and someone will have uploaded it on YouTube. So
It's not as fun, man.
whatever.
Not as
But
fun. You can't walk out of
yeah.
a theater
would-
and just be like, hey, that's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
I would vote prevent 9/11. I would
Okay.
prevent 9/11 would probably would be my number one vote.
I'd probably get a kick out of killing baby Hitler.
Jeez,
I'd just
that's one way to put
punk
it.
the little fucker.
There. You go. No,
Is
it's
it
your
my-
turn.
my- is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. 'Cause I read that one. That was Jack Herrick's. Hold on, I'm filling up my mug. So
Let's get a good one. No namer.
okay, fun.
All right. Well, this one's pretty good. What TV show or movie universe would you want to live in?
Ooh. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of animated ones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Just because it doesn't seem like anybody's dealing with anything too serious, I would say Pokemon. You just got... you
Just
got-
battling monsters.
yeah. Nobody's like, oh man, inflation's gone real downhill. My Pokeball now costs 300 whatever they use. It's nothing like that. It's just, oh, Team Rocket again. Try to destroy the world. I guess that's kind of big.
Star Wars universe. Star Wars universe.
That's a lot of messed up stuff.
That
in
is
universe,
that is a
man.
lot happening. If you're on the wrong planet, if you're on the wrong planet, you're on the wrong planet. If you're on the wrong planet, yeah, genocide, crazy stuff. But there's interstellar travel, dude. It's like just imagine like you grow up on a planet and you might not even travel all over that, but then you can go to other planets.
You just go
Like, that's-
down a rabbit hole with that, though.
I
Just
know.
like,
It is.
okay, what time period do you live in? Are
Yeah.
you a Jedi?
Yeah.
Do you work for the Empire?
Exactly.
Like,
There's a lot of stuff you could do out there. Which,
Outer Rim, Inner Rim.
yeah. No, exactly. That's why I like it because it's just a huge universe. You don't know.
Do you get to pick?
I would say like a wheel spin. I would be like a wheel spin on
Ooh.
it because like it. Obviously, that's scary, but at the same time, I feel like I'm like, well, I like to gamble a little bit. Let's see. Like that's the thing. You look at the sections on the board, and it's like you're like, there's a lot of things you could get, and I like variety. I like, but because like my other thought was like, well, what about like Avatar: The Last Airbender? But it's like also it comes up with time period because if you're in like the first the OG show,
Having
you're
bending
in
would be cool, though.
yeah, no,
That
being a
would be
bender would be
sick.
cool, but that's also a wheel spin right there. It's like you're just there's no guarantees you're gonna be a bender, which kind of sucks. But that was kind of one of the other things I was thinking. But at the same time, like even if you go Star Wars universe, you they got blasters, dude. That's
Yeah.
cool. Like
I'm trying to think of some different anime that would be kind of cool.
My Hero Academia is kind of
That's
cool.
the initial one that I was kind of thinking of. Like, you can get a cool power or something like that.
Also, again, wheel spin. You never know. But even if you don't get powers, you can technically have a superhero job, or you can just be a regular dude.
Just watching random
Watch,
people.
yeah, basically being saved by superhero people.
That one's really tough. I don't know if I have a clear winner.
Fairy Tale.
That'd be pretty
Fairy
cool.
Tale's kind of
Magic
cool.
and stuff.
Because it's like they're not.
Anybody can kind of do that.
Yeah, because all of them basically learn it.
Yeah.
It's like, and that'd be
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
There's
Fairy
some
Tail,
messed up
that's
stuff
good.
that happened in that.
Oh yeah,
show.
no, there's plenty of messed up stuff in everyone. Cowboy Bebop kind of falls somewhat towards Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I'm trying to think of other shows in general that would be fun. I'm rewatching Voltron on Netflix because it's about to leave.
I never watched the Voltron on Netflix.
Well, it's about to leave December 6th, but I like it. It's kind of it's like nostalgic in the point where it's like they show the Voltron lines forming Voltron a lot, and they use the same animation. And it's like I've basically been using it as a background show, and it's just funny, like they're like form Voltron, and it's the same animation that they've been using since the first time they formed Voltron in season 1, and you're just like, do we have to see this animation every time? Every time. It's like, can't we just like speed this cut up? Like, come on, we all know if you've
it's
been
like the
watching.
skip intro button.
Yeah, you're just like skip. We know what you're doing, but
I'd probably have to go Pokemon.
Pokemon's good.
I just want to chill with Bulbasaur, dude.
That's fair enough. I
in my little
respect
town.
that. Yeah, I would. I go Star Wars. I go Star Wars. Wide
That's risky.
range.
That's
It
risky.
is. It is very risky. I'm willing to gamble on that. That'd be pretty cool though. I don't care
for the
what.
Blaster biscuit.
Yeah. Okay, we got one, right? No, I got two. Let's go with this
I've
one.
done that a couple times now.
Yeah. Oh, this one's an older one. I got Erica. Erica got picked. Okay. This is actually a very valid question. So Erica Parker, we got your question. Should mac and cheese be eaten with a spoon or fork? So, I've eaten a lot of Easy Mac in my day. Last night. And I will tell you, majority of the time I'm gonna eat it with a fork, but every time I regret it because then I'm trying to like get every ounce of like cheese and like noodles out of the bottom, and the fork just doesn't get it done. But there's benefits both ways. I feel like the fork helps it last longer, you eating it, but the spoon helps you get everything
You're
out.
just shoveling it.
Yeah, like
It's gotta be spooned.
It's spoon because
The answer is a spork.
that is the absolute correct answer. But
Just
since
have
Eric,
one spork in your
Yeah.
thing. Just
Yeah.
that's my mac and cheese spork.
But what's funny, all I hear is Erica's voice in my head being like, I said spoon or fork. I didn't say spork. So spork is correct, but if you have to choose between a fork and a spoon,
Chopsticks.
correct. We will not answer this question, Erica. Your question got picked, but we're choosing chopsticks.
That's
Just-
hilarious, actually. I don't know if she has another one either.
No, she does. I'm very certain she does. But basically, spoon if you want to get all of it out of the bottom of the cup. Fork if you want it to last longer. Okay.
Chopsticks if you want to be a smart ass.
Spork if you have one on hand. Can't if
Who
you
doesn't,
if,
right?
if you go to KFC to go get yourself a spork. Do they still? I
I
actually
haven't
don't
been
know
to
if that's
KFC
true.
in a long time. dude.
Yeah, I
Last time we
know.
went, we were in the drive-through. We were waiting for about a half hour. I really wanted some chicken.
You have, I feel like, bad stories about every fast food place, and half the time I think it's your fault. But
I got to the thing and they said it was going to be 25 minutes for some chicken. And they were like, "You want anything else?" And I said,
My
"Nope,"
food.
and drived off. I was mad.
yeah, a lot of drive-throughs make you mad.
I also don't have patience.
Yeah, I know.
All right. No namer. Name a fictional animal that you would love to have as a pet. A fictional animal. A fictional.
Polar bear dog, easy.
Okay.
Polar bear dog.
Okay.
Because I know, and that's coming from the Avatar: Last Airbender universe, and a lot of people would probably come back at me and be like, "Why wouldn't you want a flying bison?" Because I want a polar bear dog. Because what's cooler than a flying bison? A dog that is as big as a freaking polar bear.
I'm trying to think of fictional animal. Do dragons count?
Yeah, that's fictional.
Okay.
Did dragons really live?
You don't know, man.
I was gonna say dragons, unicorns.
Can I have Godzilla?
That's technically
Okay, I would say because that's more like a fantasy
Griffin.
thing. Shoot, it's got to be a dragon.
Polar bear dog. Polar bear dog.
They can't fly.
Well, it can run. She wrote it in the show. It can be a horse. I was
Then
gonna
why
say,
would you have a horse?
Because I got a polar bear dog. What are you not understanding here? Polar bear dog. It is as big as a polar bear. I can ride it like a horse. I don't want a horse. I want a polar bear dog. This is very simple logic here.
True.
This is.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good crack.
Another Carrie question. Question.
Okay.
What is your must holiday tradition? Holiday tradition.
Ooh. So I assume we're talking Christmas.
Well, holiday in general, just one of the holidays. Like, what's something you must has to happen at a certain holiday? Cause I have two. One of them, it's more of a food thing. So every year on my mom's one side of the family, my aunt and uncle make a French toast casserole. And it is so good. That is literally the number one thing. I walk in the house, I'll carry gifts or the food my mom made, and I walk in there, I'm like, "You got the casserole, right? The casserole's here." Because I'm like, if it ain't here, I'm not here. I'm like, that is what I look forward to that is a tradition every year. It is mandatory that the French toast casserole has to be at Christmas breakfast or whatever
that sounds
dinner.
Awesome.
It is the best. It is absolutely the best. This is the one thing where because I honestly, when I first wrote that question down, I was thinking, I'm like, oh, we don't have a lot of traditions, but I know that's one of them. The second one is a newer tradition my dad started on that side of the family. We do, I don't know what's actually called, but it's I'm sure you've seen it, where they take a ball of just random stuff that they rolled up in plastic wrap, and you roll a dice. And when you get a number, you pass the ball, and everyone has to wear mittens and try to unwrap it. And whatever falls out, you get to keep. At the middle, there's better stuff and everything. That's our new tradition.
We've done it until you have two dice, and you have until somebody.
Oh, you gotta roll doubles.
Yeah, until somebody rolls doubles.
Yeah, no, that we started doing that. I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, and it's a lot of fun.
I got a $20 bill doing that once.
My dad's listening to this, so this will be funny. It was last year, my stepsister Savory was unwrapping it, and she thought she got $100, and they put a fake $100 bill, and it was the greatest thing. She's like, ah! And she picked it up, and was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me!
This year, do a fake scratch off.
Oh, dude, I don't know what they'll do. One year, I think all I got was a few pieces of candy, and I didn't even get anything else.
So the first
I got socks. I got socks.
The first year we did it, I got a $20 bill. The second year we did it, I got a Hot Wheel.
Hey, man, I'll take what I can get. I will say, last year I got those little magnetic oblong stones that you put them together and they click. Oh, yeah. They're magnet. I got those. I took them when I was in Wisconsin. I took them back. I had them on my desk. I literally sit at my desk during the workday just spinning them, or I put them and I move them together and they clack together. I'm like,
those things are powerful magnets.
Oh yeah, they are. It was, but it was so much fun. Put your finger
in between them, it kind of hurt.
No, that was actually one of the things I won out of that, and I thought it was honestly, I use that thing so much.
That's a good tradition. That thing's fun.
Oh yeah, no. French toast casserole, plastic ball.
Mine would be, I have to watch Christmas Vacation.
There you go.
That's since I was 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
We don't have many like
Set
traditions.
It's just like when it's that time of the year or around this time or holiday, it's like we do this or I do this or whatever. Yeah. No, I got you.
It's
Okay.
one of those things. Mine.
Back to you.
Okay.
We'll do a couple more of these.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully,
because we got to save some for future episodes.
Yep.
We got Erica's question.
We got Erica. Erica was picked. We did this. I won't lie. She was at the top of the list of reasons why we did this.
Oh, no. This is a no-namer, but this is a good one. Name the best board game to play with a group of people and brings out the worst in you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you wrote that one. For some reason, it makes it seem like I might have.
I think you got that one.
Did I? I was going to say, I bet it was some.
I don't know.
Settlers of Catan.
Settlers
of Catan. Because it can be a peaceful game, but once people, even if you're going against like the person who is absolutely winning the game, that's the thing. Or like if everyone's on a level playing field and you go to move the knight and you go after one person,
they're just like, what the heck, man?
That or when
right, that started it.
Yeah, because then you also get those people who's like, I have a ton of sheep. Who wants sheep? No one wants your freaking sheep, man. Stop asking.
Or doing like download deals and stuff like that, and it's just like Settlers of Catan is a lot of fun, but if I've raged quit playing that. I have definitely yelled at people playing that game. It is fun, but yes, that will bring out the word. That game will, I wouldn't say ruin friendships, but it will make you question your friendships. It's just like, can't talk to you right now, man.
Yeah, you stole my wood. I can't talk to you.
I'll
right
talk
now.
to you tomorrow.
I'll talk.
Right,
yeah,
I'll see you.
Yeah. No, it's one of those things where it's like I can't talk to you right now. I'm like freaking.
That's solid.
That's that, and I would say maybe Uno, depending on how because I used to play Uno when I was younger with my mom, my stepbrother, and my stepdad. Like we'd always play Uno, and it was fun. But like, yeah, Uno is definitely one of those that can get frustrating. I'm trying to think of other ones. Those are I feel like those are the top two.
Catan is always the one that I get really toxic.
Yeah.
In.
Settlers of Catan is so much fun.
I mean, like,
I haven't
would you
played
consider
that
like
forever.
Mario Party? Because like you're
technically
on
it's
a
technically
board.
Mario Party, and that again, it's one of those games where it's like you can't screw people over and everything like that. I actually haven't played Mario Party against anyone. I've only played it against like the computer before, but I don't know. Mario Party's fun.
Stace and I do like us as a team playing against the computer and stuff like that. And the computer in those games are stacked, dude. They get every lucky roll imaginable. Yeah. So probably Catan.
Catan, Uno can probably be second because I know, depending on how some people play,
sort of Monopoly, but at a certain point, you just kind of give up.
It's more luck of the roll on that. Yeah. Whereas like Settlers of Catan, you're gonna at some point you're probably gonna have to tick people off.
It depends on who I'm playing Monopoly with, and also like sometimes I will just be super irritating. About, oh, pay me rent. Oh, you're bankrupt. Oh no.
Oh, sorry.
And it's gone.
It's gone. Another Adam Gagnon question. What should we do with people who don't like pets? That's such a loaded question. I mean, who don't like pets? Put them with as many pets as possible to see if they're allergic. Then
error of their ways. There's a pet for everybody.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, it's
if you're not a dog person, you're a cat person.
If you're not a cat person, you're maybe a hamster or ferret person.
You wouldn't enjoy a little mini pig.
Oh, there you go. That's fair.
Or a mini goat. Or mini cow.
Shout out to one of the people I work with. Funny enough, goat? No, he doesn't have a goat, but at his wedding, his wedding party broke out like a picture, and they were like, so if you want to donate to the Gabe Gets a Goat Fund, I walked up there, put money in it. I'm like, bro, get your goat, bro, because it's funny because at work he has like a little bunch of like mini goats around his desk. But I was about to say, there's a pet for everyone. Because if you need a low maintenance animal, there's always a goldfish, and that's the thing. Well, they're
My
if they
goldfish
die.
killed themselves.
Well, I had a goldfish that I got from the county fair that lived over a year. So maybe you can get one of those. I don't know.
You just gotta get lucky. But there's people that say they don't like pets.
It's because they haven't had a good one.
Well, I would be very wary of those people because, like, if you don't like pets, I feel like you don't like people.
Yeah.
And that just says something that, hey, maybe you should be on a list somewhere.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody should be keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, because there are people who don't have pets who do love pets, but just don't have the time or the resources to provide a good life for them.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people. I'd love to have a pet, but again, I don't have the means to support that. Or if I most likely I would have a dog, I don't have the time to train it to make sure it's up to how I want it to behave and everything like that. But what do we do with them?
If they legitimately don't like pets or animals, launch them into the sun. That's all.
Put them on there. Put them on the animal-free island, I guess. I don't know. I got nothing for them.
Yeah, and if they don't like animals, where are they going to get their meat from? Come on. Think this through. Corey Johnson.
There you go again. That's like 3. Is that 3 or 4?
Corey's having a good night. If you had one food that you had to eat a record-breaking amount of in 1 hour, what would it be, and could you set a new record? If you had a food that you could eat a record-breaking amount of in
I'm going to do research on mine before I answer it. I know.
Jeez. Because I feel like, oh my gosh. Just if I wanted to try and beat the record, or I legitimately thought that I could set a record.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I could competitively eat anything. Like, I get so full so fast.
Oh.
That's a loaded question.
I'm looking here. Okay. Okay.
Rice-A-Roni.
I
love rice-a-roni.
I just try to think of stuff where it's like what do I like to eat, because I feel like here we go. Here's a good one.
I feel like this can go many, many ways.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh. Well, I could eat a lot of pretzels. Like the little tiny twist pretzels. What are you looking up?
Hold on.
This is good things. Are you?
No, I'm looking up records because I'm trying to figure out because I thought of my first thing I'd want to eat a lot of that I'd set a record to. My first thought was cookies. If you don't know me, I love cookies, but I don't want to get I don't want to be sick of cookies. So
you're not gonna get sick. You just have to do it.
Yeah, but what was it? I'm trying to.
What type of are you looking up? Like Oreos? Because you're a big Oreo person.
Yeah, I do. I'm just gonna look up eating records. That's what I'm gonna.
It always seems like I'm gonna set a record with Oreos because I eat a sleeve at a time.
So I'm gonna what is it? So you get an hour. So Corey's saying in an hour to basically eat a record amount. So here we go. I'm looking at what is that?
The record for an hour.
Well, none of them have an hour, but but us being normal people, we're given an hour. I'm just trying to see some of these. They got shrimp, jeez, and pulled pork sandwiches, and jeez, Joey. If you don't know, Joey Chestnut has a lot of. Oh, there you go. I could do that.
What?
The record of Spam. In 8 minutes, 9.75 pounds of Spam from the can.
You know what would be? I feel like I could do popcorn shrimp.
So shrimp. So it's funny you say that because shrimp was on this list.
Was
it? In 12 minutes, 4 pounds, 15 ounces of shrimp. So I feel like that's.
I feel like
you gotta visualize that.
That's just in 12 minutes. That's just the guy going for as much in as little in as little time possible, breaking the record. I'm just going for quantity in an hour.
Yeah,
I feel like I could do popcorn.
Oh yeah, there's so this is funny because I was writing down. There's one on here that me and my friends tried to, so for one of our class projects in high school, I don't remember why or how we did this, but
doesn't sound good.
so you remember the gallon challenge?
Oh,
well,
God.
we tried to do the ice cream gallon challenge where we tried to eat a gallon of ice cream in under an hour. We did not come close. I was smart. I'm like, oh, I'll just eat a hole down to the bottom and then I'll eat around. And we were at my friend Brad's house, and it was me, him, I think it was my friend Brandon. Or no, it was my friend Tyler. We were all at his house, and all three of us got different flavors of ice cream, and we just had our tubs, and we were just sitting there. Like, we were eating them, and we got so cold. Like, we wrapped ourselves in blankets. We were trying to do it, and we ran out of time. We did not do it. We did not eat a gallon in an hour. It was very tough, but...
I feel like my answer, I feel like I could do popcorn shrimp. It's small.
Here we go.
It's just how...
Okay. I know it's...
What is your answer?
There is, in 3 minutes, 11 5.6 ounce corn dogs. I do love corn dogs. I'm trying to find one where it's like two... Okay, I'd try this one. 2 pounds of chocolate candy bars. That was done in 6 minutes. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
I feel like
Oh, no, here we go. This is one I do. This would be hard, but I feel like with an hour, you could do it and you wouldn't hate it. It was 70 glazed donuts. That was done in 8 minutes. Do 70 glazed donuts in an hour. That's one I'd choose.
Well, he's asking...
Yeah,
You're
I know.
not breaking the time record.
Yeah, you're just breaking an eating record. Like, read it again. It's like... It said, did he say you have to break the record, or you just got to eat a record-setting amount of...
It would be, and you could set a new record. So you would have to eat more than 70 in 8 minutes. We're saying we have an hour.
Yeah.
It's a whole rabbit hole. I still feel like I could do popcorn shrimp. The donuts might not be bad. You would get really full off of those donuts.
Yeah, you definitely would. I don't know. There was a video of, like, a woman, and it's like, I can only have one donut, and she takes 12 donuts and then just smashes them into one donut. She's like, I'm having one donut, and I'm like, that's smart. I'm like, that makes sense.
I wonder if you could do like some type of liquid, because you could just pee it out.
Well,
you could just continuously keep peeing.
They do the lemonade chugging
contest.
contest.
Have you seen the video of that?
Yeah, the dude who won.
Oh my god, his mouth stretches so wide.
Dude, I can't even imagine.
Popcorn shrimp, Corey.
Popcorn shrimp. Mm-hmm.
I do like shrimp.
Well, we're closing it. We will do this. So we've gone for an hour. I have my watch on, so this will be our final question. So this is how we're gonna end our episode. If you've been around and been entertained by this, thank you for listening. I'll try to be posting more question jar posts on Facebook, and hopefully we can
get some theme questions.
Yeah, we can get some theme questions. I'll try to, around the holidays, I'll try to do more theme question jars, and we can get this bad boy filled back up. Once we get it, I think we get enough questions, we can do another episode like this, because I know this was fun for me, fun for you, and I feel like
we get like a panel of 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll get some more people on here, have a good time, but
because there'd be some weirdo for that Thanksgiving food question.
I know, it'd be awesome.
Talk about
Sean,
yams. Sean
would
screams that dude that would say something weird for Thanksgiving.
I know. We gotta get Jack back on here because I know he'd be fun. We gotta do Snack Wars again. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so final question. I feel like this is a good one to end on. Okay. This is a really good. So no name, but. What is your favorite sports movie of all time? I think I know yours. I feel like I know yours. Oh,
that's so tough.
I know it is.
That's a
your
great
favorite
question,
sports movie of all.
Oh man, because there's some fantastic.
Oh yeah, there's so many good ones. I can start running down a list. It doesn't have to be true. I was gonna say there's Major League. There's that might. I just might have thought of mine because just how iconic it is and how much I like.
I went to like the true ones, but I didn't even think about the funny ones.
Like technically, Talladega Nights. Technically,
that's what I was. Semi-pro.
There's plenty of them.
Slapshot.
I've already. Yeah, I was about to say. I thought you were just gonna say Slapshot, which is not a bad one. You could, if you really want to. Not saying that it's in my top 10, but the Airbuds.
Airbud freaked me out as a kid because the first one had that clown guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was terrified of that guy.
I know what mine is because
Okay,
it's a very good movie. It's an iconic movie, and no one's forgotten about it. I would not saying that every sports movie's been forgotten, but I feel like some get brought up and they're like, oh yeah, that's a good one. This one always forever will be good. How quotable it is, how good it is. Mm-hmm. Sandlot. Always gotta go Sandlot. Gotta go Sandlot. I could watch Sandlot as much as I've watched The Goonies, which The Goonies is my dad's favorite movie, and I love that movie. I could watch The Goonies for days. I could watch Sandlot for days.
I haven't watched The Goonies in a long time.
Yeah. Well, they're coming out with the second one, so probably gonna ruin it, but we'll see what happens. But
coming out with Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about Happy Gilmore. Oh man.
Happy Gilmore definitely falls into that category.
I'm very tied between like funny and real, but in just the amount of times I've seen it.
Another Benchwarmers.
I thought about Benchwarmers.
That's pretty good. That's funny.
It's got to be Miracle.
That's fair. It's very fair. There's also, I was gonna say, because we could just keep naming them. Like Invincible is one of them.
Oh,
Invincible's good.
Did you ever watch Greatest Game Ever Played?
No, you talked about that one.
Love that movie, dude.
The Replacements. That was one of that's one of my. Good. If I had to name like my favorite football movie, that would probably be it. I love The Replacements. Longest Yard's pretty good.
Original
Old one
and
new one was pretty good.
Happy Gilmore, obviously they're making a second one.
Yeah.
Slapshot,
yeah.
Shoot. Hoosiers.
For the Love of the Game, if you've ever seen it, it's Kevin Costner. It's also cool because it's the Detroit Tigers, and that's why I like that movie.
Major League. We won't talk about the second one.
Yeah,
Isn't there a third one?
No, I think there might be one, but there's one and two.
Dude, Angels in the Outfield.
Angels in the Outfield. The
rookie of the year.
So it's funny you bring that up. I had Angels in the Outfield, but I didn't. I don't know why someone bought this for me, but I think it was when I asked for a movie and they found it and they thought it was it and it wasn't. They also have a movie called Angels in the Infield.
Really?
With Patrick Ward-Burton as like the main, like he's a guy playing for the Angels. Dude, it's weird. It's like one of those surreal movies like you don't really know about. That's and weird. Then you like I've about that. Oh yeah, it's like an obscure movie I've seen. Moneyball also pretty good.
Yeah, dude.
There's
Moneyball is great.
Oh
just some of the scenes in Moneyball.
Oh, Days of Thunder. That's also one of my favorites. That's one of my favorite because they're allegedly making another one of those too.
I've seen
that. Days of Thunder is also up there for me. I really like that movie. That's also how they shot it too. Made it so good. But
it's so
I gotta go Sandlot because it is very iconic. It may not be a pro level kind of like movie, but I would say it's there. Days of Thunder is up there.
Okay, do top three.
Replacements, Days of Thunder, and Sandlot. Those are my three.
Really?
Those would be my three.
Okay.
Like those are really good. I know we didn't say Remember the Titans, but the Remember Titans is good.
Yeah.
We Are Marshall, also very very good
football movies.
Yeah. There's a ton of them. There's plenty that you could do, but I would say those three because they're all. I feel they're iconic in their own way. Sandlot, very quotable, it's very funny.
Yeah. And
like Days of Thunder, how it was shot, like with the help of NASCAR and everything, was really cool. And then what was it? The Replacements. Replacements just good. Is a funny football movie. Yeah. It's great. And I don't know those would be my Any Given Sunday. I forgot about. That's also really good football. It's a football movie with like Jamie. It's got a lot of big actors in. It's got Jamie Foxx, Al Pacino.
I've not seen that.
It's you should watch it at least once. It's pretty like 90s era football because they got a lot of people in it. It's like crazy because they got ex-football players also in it that are acting, which is pretty good. Like I said, Any Given Sunday, really good football movie.
My three.
Little Giants, I forgot to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Little Giants also very good.
Oh, dude, we didn't even talk about like Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks, which before we end, I also want to, which Mighty Ducks do you like better? Because I feel like there's only two. Like one's definitely correct. The other one is like depending on how you feel.
I feel like you just got to go the OG.
I was gonna say I like
two.
I like 2.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say 1 is bad, but I love 2.
I didn't like 3. Just
3
'cause
is
they changed so much stuff about it.
Yeah,
so.
they did, but
I like the original. The original is funny.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks 2, I very much enjoy.
I gotta go Miracle, greatest game ever played, and Semi-Pro.
Semi-Pro.
I love
That's
that
fair. Those are fair choices.
So good.
Those are fair. Yeah, again, very iconic. Semi-Pro is probably at least in my top 10, maybe top 5. But Will Ferrell, can't beat it.
We used to rewatch that all the time.
I know, dude. It was. I think it was.
was
I watched
Derek's
it.
go-to.
Yeah, I watched it the other day just because it's just it's so hard. Because all I do is just think about the quotes from it. It's hilarious.
100%.
But, well.
That was a good episode.
That wraps up another episode here. We got to do our question jar. Again, thank you very much. If you watch this episode, please make sure to like and subscribe. Share our podcast, please. We like to grow our audience and everything.
Watch this instead of Dallas on Thanksgiving.
Yep. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll catch you on the next episode.
See you guys.